What a night at the Emmys. First up, we're diving into the incredible win for Stephen Colbert's The Late Show at the 77th Primetime Emmy Awards. His fellow late-night hosts, John Oliver and Jimmy Kimmel, are talking all about it, even after Oliver himself snagged a couple of awards. But the celebration for Colbert comes with a twist, as news broke about the show's cancellation amidst this triumphant moment. Then, we shift gears to a major shakeup in late-night television. ABC has made a drastic decision, pulling Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air indefinitely. This move comes after host Jimmy Kimmel made controversial remarks about the assassination of Charlie Kirk, sparking a firestorm that even caught the attention of regulators and the president. The fallout from Jimmy Kimmel's comments continues to ripple through the industry. We'll break down the intense pressure from FCC Chair Brendan Carr and Nexstar Media Group and explore the heated debate about free speech versus broadcast responsibility. Did ABC make the right call by preempting the show? And finally, we're looking at the broader implications of these events for the late-night landscape. With viewership trends shifting, these controversies and celebrations paint a complex picture of the future for shows like The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel Live. Don't miss a second of this deep dive. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Stephen Colbert's Emmy win sparks late-night celebration and controversy. Fresh off the heels of the 77th Primetime Emmy Awards, the late-night comedy circuit is buzzing, and at the center of it all is Stephen Colbert and his show, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Despite the bittersweet news of the show's cancellation by CBS, Colbert's team took home the coveted Emmy for Outstanding Talk Show, a victory that was widely celebrated by his peers. John Oliver, host of Last Week Tonight, made a special appearance on ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live to discuss the recent award ceremony. Oliver himself was a big winner on Emmy night, securing 2 awards, one for Outstanding Scripted Variety Series and another for Outstanding Writing for a Variety Series. However, the spotlight quickly turned to Colbert's win, a moment that resonated deeply within the industry. Jimmy Kimmel, whose own show was nominated in the same category, expressed his support for Colbert, even admitting he hoped his fellow host would win. Kimmel shared his thoughts with Variety prior to the awards, stating, "It seems like voting for Stephen is the least we could do at this point, and I think it will be a nice statement if he does win." He predicted that audiences and voters would be upset about Colbert's show being canceled and would want to reward him. This sentiment was echoed by Oliver, who, despite his own wins, admitted, "Most of me wanted him to win." He playfully added that a small part of him, the part he liked more, just wanted to see Kimmel's face react to losing. Colbert himself made a memorable appearance at the Emmys as the first presenter, receiving a standing ovation. He used the moment to crack jokes about his show's cancellation, even bringing a headshot and asking if anyone was hiring for the 200 people who work on The Late Show. The audience's enthusiastic reaction to his win later in the night was seen as a show of solidarity for the beloved host and his team amidst the network's decision to end the program. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, which premiered in 2015, has now secured 2 Emmy Awards, both in 2025. The first was a Creative Arts Emmy for Outstanding Directing for a Variety Series, awarded to Jim Hoskinson. This latest win for Outstanding Talk Show solidifies the show's impact, even as it faces its final bow. But as one late-night host celebrates a career-defining win, another faces unprecedented backlash. Stay tuned as we reveal the shocking reason ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air. Jimmy Kimmel Live pulled off air after controversial Charlie Kirk comments. In a stunning development that has sent shockwaves through the broadcast industry, ABC has indefinitely preempted Jimmy Kimmel Live. The drastic decision follows host Jimmy Kimmel's remarks on his show concerning the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The controversy quickly escalated, drawing in powerful regulatory figures and political leaders. Kimmel's comments, made on Monday night, directly addressed the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk. He criticized the efforts by some to distance Kirk from the MAGA gang and to score political points from the tragedy. Kimmel also notably mocked President Donald Trump's public reaction to Kirk's death, comparing it to a child mourning a goldfish. the fallout was immediate and severe. Nexstar Media Group, the nation's largest local television and media company, announced it would cease airing Jimmy Kimmel Live on its 32 ABC affiliate stations. Andrew Wolford, president of Nexstar's broadcasting division, deemed Kimmel's remarks offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our national political discourse. Adding significant pressure, FCC Chair Brendan Carr urged local broadcasters to stop airing the show. In a podcast interview, Carr suggested that the FCC could investigate the matter and that stations might face fines or lose their licenses if such distorted comment became a pattern. He praised Nexstar's decision, stating it was important for broadcasters to push back on Disney programming that they determine falls short of community values. President Donald Trump publicly congratulated ABC for their decision, calling it the courage to do what had to be done, and further urged Comcast-owned NBC to fire hosts Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers for their critical commentary. This move by ABC and the subsequent regulatory pressure have ignited a fierce debate about free speech and censorship. Democratic lawmakers, including Senator Ed Markey and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, condemned the decision, labeling it an attack on free speech and censorship in action. This incident occurs against a backdrop of increasing pressure from President Trump on media companies. Trump has a history of legal action against news organizations he deems unfair. Notably, he recently filed a $15 billion defamation lawsuit against the New York Times and Penguin Random House. Previous settlements include a $16 million payment by CBS parent Paramount to resolve a suit over interview editing, and a $15 million settlement by ABC over an anchor's description of Trump's conduct. Viewership for late-night shows has been declining, with Jimmy Kimmel Live averaging 1.57 million viewers, and The Late Show with Stephen Colbert leading with 1.9 million viewers during the recent broadcast season. The controversy surrounding Kimmel's comments and the network's response are sure to impact these numbers further. While Jimmy Kimmel faces a media firestorm, another late-night icon is making headlines for a different reason. Prepare for the surprising details surrounding Stephen Colbert's Emmy win and the industry's reaction. Late-night hosts rally around Stephen Colbert amidst Emmy win and show cancellation. The recent 77th Primetime Emmy Award saw a moment of triumph for Stephen Colbert and The Late Show, as the show clinched the Emmy for Outstanding Talk Show. This victory, however, is cast against the somber backdrop of CBS's decision to cancel the beloved program, a move that has galvanized support from within the late-night community. Fellow hosts John Oliver of Last Week Tonight and Jimmy Kimmel of Jimmy Kimmel Live have both publicly acknowledged and celebrated Colbert's win. Oliver, who himself picked up 2 Emmys for Outstanding Scripted Variety Series and Outstanding Writing for a Variety Series, visited Kimmel's show to discuss the awards. The conversation between the two comedians, filled with a mix of camaraderie and good-natured ribbing, highlighted their shared respect for Colbert and their disappointment over his show's impending end. "I know we wanted him to win. The right thing to happen was for him to win," Oliver reportedly told Kimmel, though he playfully added, the part of me I like more, just wanted to see your face go, oh no, not like this." Kimmel, despite being nominated in the same category, echoed this sentiment, expressing his hope that Colbert would win. He told Variety, "It seems like voting for Stephen is the least we could do at this point, and I think it will be a nice statement if he does win." Kimmel anticipated that the industry and viewers would be upset by the cancellation and would want to honor Colbert. Colbert himself made a notable appearance at the Emmy ceremony as the evening's first presenter. He was met with a standing ovation and used his time on stage to deliver a series of jokes about his show's cancellation, even bringing a headshot and humorously soliciting job offers for his 200-person staff. The enthusiastic applause for his win later in the night was widely interpreted as a gesture of support and appreciation for his work, especially given the circumstances of the show's conclusion. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert has received 2 Emmy Awards since its debut in 2015, with both wins occurring in 2025. The earlier award was a Creative Arts Emmy for Outstanding Directing for a Variety Series, which went to Jim Hoskinson. The recent win for Outstanding Talk Show adds a significant accolade to the show's legacy, underscoring its critical acclaim even as its broadcast run comes to an end. While the late-night world celebrates a win, another host faces a firestorm over controversial remarks. Get the full story on why ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air. ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel Live amidst controversy over Charlie Kirk comments. ABC has made the unprecedented decision to pull Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air indefinitely following host Jimmy Kimmel's remarks on his program regarding the assassination of Charlie Kirk. This dramatic move has ignited a fierce debate over free speech, broadcast standards, and the influence of political pressure on media networks. During his Monday night broadcast, Kimmel commented on the assassination of Charlie Kirk, criticizing attempts to politically leverage the event and mocking President Donald Trump's reaction. Kimmel stated, "We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it." He further critiqued Trump's public mourning, comparing it to a child mourning a goldfish. The controversy rapidly escalated. Nexstar Media Group, a major owner of ABC affiliates, announced it would stop airing the show on its 32 stations, citing Kimmel's comments as offensive and insensitive. This decision was quickly followed by a strong statement from FCC Chair Brendan Carr, who urged broadcasters to cease airing Jimmy Kimmel Live. Carr suggested potential investigations, fines, or license revocations for stations airing content deemed to fall short of community values, and praised Nexstar for pushing back against the programming. President Donald Trump celebrated ABC's decision, posting on Truth Social, "Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done." He also called for Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers of NBC to be fired. The move and the regulatory pressure have drawn sharp criticism from Democratic lawmakers, who decried it as censorship in action and an attack on free speech. Senators Ed Markey and Brian Schatz, along with Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, voiced strong opposition, arguing the government was using its power to suppress lawful expression. This situation unfolds as media companies face increasing scrutiny and legal challenges from President Trump. Recent actions include a $15 billion defamation lawsuit against the New York Times and Penguin Random House. Furthermore, CBS parent Paramount paid $16 million to settle a suit over interview editing, and ABC paid $15 million to settle a defamation lawsuit related to an anchor's description of Trump's conduct. Late-night viewership has been on a downward trend, with Jimmy Kimmel Live averaging 1.57 million viewers, and The Late Show with Stephen Colbert leading the pack with 1.9 million viewers per episode in the recent broadcast season. The implications of this controversy for Kimmel's show and the broader late-night landscape remain to be seen. As one late-night host faces controversy, another is celebrating a significant career achievement. Don't go anywhere as we recap Stephen Colbert's Emmy win and the industry's response. And that's a wrap on today's Trend Pop. We saw Stephen Colbert snag an Emmy win for The Late Show amidst news of its cancellation, while Jimmy Kimmel's show was pulled by ABC following controversial remarks. The industry is buzzing with debates on free speech and broadcast responsibility. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to Trend Pop for all your trending news, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments below and follow us on all social platforms for more exclusive content.